Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you. I appreciate your support. I am going through the houses again this round, and we are in the third house. The third house is the house of Gemini. So it is the house of early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. All right, Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the little singing bowl, little prayer. You'll have the option to skip over this if you guys want. That'll be down below the description. You can just go to the reading. This is like the intro. So if you're new here, if you're returning and you know. All right, guys, I picked out some different decks. I will give you a heads up. These have been pretty deep. Let's put it that way. Deep. And there's a couple energies that are continuing to show up throughout this round of readings. Seems like that is how it goes. And it's been really intense. So I'm only in the third house, and this is pretty intense energy. I'm not gonna, it's not bad. It's just intense. So let's go ahead and take a couple deep breaths, clear our minds, and if you want to join me with this, please do. If not, just skip over and go to the reading. But I'm going to go ahead and take the camera down to the singing bowl, and we're going to take a couple deep breaths. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance, protection, and unconditional love. I'm grateful for all known and unknown, seen and unseen, divine energy guiding, allowing, and protecting us as we receive these messages with an open heart and mind. I pray these messages of healing and protection reach those who need them and those who will fully embrace and express their own divine energy for the highest and most loving good. As we walk on the path of love, healing, and redemption, may your healing light touch, taint, and transmute all darkness with understanding, acceptance, and faith in the holy light of love. Amen. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, guys. So that had a few little hiccups in there, and not literal hiccups, but yeah, like the throat, the kind of the way it came off the bowl, heading in the east to the east. It's just that emotional, like it feels like we could be talking about something maybe emotional or something. Okay, guys. All right, Gemini, we're going to find out more about this. All right, so I'm doing a little 6-card spread. It's an elemental spread. It's 6 cards, and I'm pulling. This is a layered reading, you guys, so these are a little longer, but we just get deeper and deeper. Okay, so the top is, we're going to do the earth energy first. Out of this elemental star spread, the earth energy is the physical issue, the earth issue, or the physical matter. And we're going to see what comes out for you guys, Gemini. Right away, that tower. Okay, so the tower, this is the water. This is going to be how this makes you feel. Gemini. Kind of having your foundation shook. Something, it's like knowing that there's really nowhere to go, but kind of away from where you're at. That's what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of trusting too that you're going to land on your feet after something. This Tower, this is a big shift. This is a big change. This could be a huge movement in your life happening right now, Gemini. Something really big. How is this affecting your emotions? It's bringing you into a place of self-reflection. It's also feels like there's something about this Tower that is taking you into a place of self-reflection, and something about it is kind of mirroring back to you kind of what's been there all along, but just not kind of been working is what I'm getting, or not been I guess I kind of want to say like functioning right in your life. Something that wasn't maybe functioning or serving its purpose correctly. This could be the place you're at, the home, the mindset. This could be your perception. It's really feeling like it's causing you to look into yourself more. 1 second, guys. Okay. And then we got how it is affecting your mind, your thoughts. And we got the process. This is releasing. This has been one of those energies that's been throughout all the readings pretty much. It's this 5 of Pentacles energy. It's causing you to have to look at something within yourself that needs to be released. And this is a toxic energy of feeling incapable, unable, maybe even incapable, unable to do something. So whatever this Tower is that's happening or happened has caused you to look at yourself a little deeper, into maybe some more, I'm feeling shadow work. I'm feeling like you've maybe had to look at some things that weren't just not serving you, not working in your life. And now you're in the process of, it's making, and I feel like this is a thought process. So I feel like it could be just the way you were thinking about something, or thoughts that were like continuously running through your mind, and it may have caused like some disruption is what I'm getting. And now you're like mentally detoxing, trying to release like negative thinking, possibly maybe about yourself, but this feels like something outside of yourself that kind of reflected back to you, something that you're like, it's almost like something happens and you're like initially like maybe really upset about it, or just, you know, it just shakes your foundation. It's just a movement that you don't really necessarily, I'm not feeling like it was great, but I'm feeling like it's serving a purpose in looking at yourself more honestly, more reflective. You're feeling more reflective. You're feeling, and this could have to do with a relationship also. This could be a relationship that's mirroring back to you something toxic within yourself that you need to release mentally. There's some kind of, and then we got the Fire, and this is what you need to release. So this is release or embrace, and it's action. It's the Knight, or no, excuse me, it's the 8. It's the 8. So this is interesting. This is a feeling of taking a suitcase and leaving. This is movement. This can be traveling. This can be moving. This is kind of what it started feeling like a movement, or like having to leave a place because it just wasn't the place for you. That's what I'm getting, and it's like taking action. It's like, now, this maybe that you don't need to run from this. Also, we will get more on this, Gemini, but it's feeling like part of you wants to, maybe it's not even want, it's just kind of forcing you to look at yourself and figure out that something wasn't working. And there's something you need to release here about feeling like you couldn't, like you're not a part of it. It's almost feeling like you weren't how do I put this? I'm feeling like rejection too, like a rejection energy also. But it's also feeling like kind of freeing at the same time. It's almost feeling like, whoa, what's in the heart here? This is where we're going to get what lies in your heart here. Determination. Interesting. Yeah, okay. This, okay. Hold on, I'm getting a little more on this, and this is overall bond. Yes. Wow, okay, guys. Oh, okay. This is feeling like a relationship reading. I'm not going to... This is a refreshing change from what has been, but we're going to go deeper into this. But the overall culmination is the bond. This is a marriage. This is a commitment. This is something you've been committed to. That's what this is about. This is about a commitment, a bond. There is a full moon in this card. And there's this determination. This could be leaving a commitment because it's toxic. But there's also a feeling here of not... This is what I'm getting immediately. You may be wanting to release something that's toxic here. But it's almost like this relationship or this commitment is showing you something about yourself. And that part is helping you to recognize what makes you feel like kind of unworthy or incapable of committing. This could be just simply about committing to something, staying with something. And you may need to surrender the feeling of wanting to move. You may be a mover. You may be always constantly in movement instead of staying put. We are going to get more about this. This is a change in energy with your guys' reading. Some kind of commitment, bond here. Feels like something's been... You could be feeling really left out, too, of a commitment, of a partnership. It's like... But I feel like something just happened. And it caused you to look at yourself and recognize some things that you need to release about not feeling like capable or worthy. But there's a really strong feeling here. It's the Queen of Fire. There's a strong feeling here of being determined. Also psychic, like magical, like it's passionate. There's passion here. It's like passionately moving away from something. There's two, for sure, two things I'm getting from this, and these could be different. This is a general message, you guys, but I'm getting you could be passionately moving away from a situation, a bond, a union, in order to become part of something that you feel more in alignment with. Or this is coming in to urge you to stay determined and stick to where you're at, because something feels like it's kind of breaking down. But it could, like, there's a feeling here on the other side of the double message I'm getting, because it's like some might be actually leaving a situation, or something happened because it just there was something. I feel almost like it feels like a hidden toxicity, but it feels like that toxicity could be lying within you also. Like it was reflecting back to you something negative, but something maybe you need to stay and work on, or something you need to stay determined to commit to. We're going to get some more on this. We got that 5 of Coins again. You guys, this is double. It's feeling so left out of something. Let me get some more on this, Gemini. This is the Alchemist. Wow, what are you brewing up here, Gemini? There is a plan. There is something going on here. A plan. A determined plan. And the Three of Swords. Whew. Okay. Let's see on the bottom here. That Ten of Coins. This is something that... So this could very well be to do with your home, where you lived, where you resided. This is interesting. There's a feeling here of wanting to make something happen in a relationship, specifically, or a commitment. So you could be really strongly committed, determined to commit to a union, a relationship. It feels like stick to something, make something happen. It feels like making a healing process happen. Learning, and also learning lessons of like heartbreak and heartache. That something here has definitely made you feel pushed out of something. Maybe knocked off the pedestal is what I'm also getting. Which that, and don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying the messages that are coming. But I feel like this has something to do with, there's some healing that needs to happen in this commitment. This is feeling like a relationship. I don't do relationship readings, but we do have relationships. I say this all the time. I do more like, but there is an undertone to this. It's like I am determined and I am confident that I can make this happen. It's like a healing I'm feeling, and this could be healing for yourself, Gemini, as you move away from something that made you feel made you feel like you just didn't have what you needed in it, or you didn't have what you needed to bring to it. This feels like there was something, maybe you just felt, I'm getting helpless. I'm getting like hopeless, helpless in a situation that's kind of fell apart. But there's a feeling here of wanting to, it's interesting, like there's a lot of work being put in, and even like energetic, like kind of magical work being put in to this commitment, or to this. It feels like you don't want to leave something, or you don't want to leave it like it is, or something like that. That's what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of feeling, there's healing definitely coming in for you, Gemini, but there's like, this is a really strange energy. It feels like in order to heal something within yourself, or this commitment, this relationship, it's like, gosh, I'm getting like multiple stories here. I'm getting one, the story of being left out, pushed out of something, pushed out of a union, a relationship, because there was a feeling here, like a low self-esteem, or like. And then I'm getting another where it's like choosing to like go towards something that you want to be committed to, something you want to be part of, and leaving what you were a part of because you didn't feel like you were a part of it. That's feeling a lot more resonant, at least more strong than the other energy. So that could be the message that's more loud or more profound. But there's a feeling here of either leaving somebody or having somebody here. This feels like somebody else. It's very interesting. could be you too that has left somebody out. I'm getting that, both sides here. I'm getting both sides. Where it's like you could need the healing or somebody else needs the healing and you're leaving or exiting or been maybe kind of forced to kind of be on your own and look at yourself or look at your mindset in order for something to be healed. But it feels like there's a strong determination to make something happen here, manifest something here, create something within a committed relationship. This could be marriage. Maybe this is a healing. It's healing. Now, whether this is, I feel like both need healing. There's multiple healing. Like you need healing, they need healing, and you're coming through here in the center as a magician and the Queen of Wands, which is also very the feminine kind of magician. She's working with those energies. She's also like doing what she wants to do. She is not going to let anything stop her from taking action towards what she wants to take action towards. But you may need to, because this 8 of Wands, this 8 of Fire, is in the position of needing to surrender it or embrace it. That's why it's coming through both ways. But this is also, to me, communicating something. And maybe getting messages or getting told to come or to go. That's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get a couple more in between here, because this is where it's happening in the middle here. It feels like somebody here feels like they can't go back. They can't go back. Maybe they can't heal something. They can't fix something. But it feels like you are determined to. This is very interesting. It feels very sad. Feels kind of hopeless, sad, alone, lonely, empty well, time to replenish. Very interesting. And the Wailing Tree reconciliation. That's what I was feeling. So interesting. Totally different energy for you guys than Aries and Taurus. This is really powerfully saying, I want to reconcile this relationship, this bond, this marriage. Somebody has been pushed out or left because they needed to. There's a feeling here of not feeling good enough or worthy, or like they have enough to bring to this relationship, to this union, to this commitment. Maybe they felt unable to commit, or maybe they just couldn't. But there's something here I feel like you, Gemini, are trying to make happen. And it has to do with this reconciliation and this healing of this. Maybe you left somebody out, or maybe they left you out, and you're trying to heal that. And it's left you kind of exhausted and also empty. Like you had to look at yourself and like empty out toxic thoughts, toxic things that you were telling yourself, so that you can get back on the road here to a bond, to a commitment. Something important here. This feels important. We are going to go ahead and read those right after I pull a couple more cards, guys. Under the empty well and the tower. It's like there was the pathways of light. Empty well, time to replenish. Wailing Tree. Reconciliations. Ascension into the light. There's definitely a feeling here with the Welling Tree, a feeling, and the Eight of Wands, feeling trapped. But also feeling like you want to be a part of something that you're not a part of. But there's this like fierce determination to have this commitment or this bond, this relationship. This could be something else, but I am getting relationship vibes from this. Let's read the empty well. Nothing here. Time to replenish, diminishing yourself for another. Okay. The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced, and let Spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Wow, something has really caused you, Gemini. This is coming through. This is why I love oracles. Something here has caused you to feel weak, tired, maybe like just debilitated, incapable. It does feel sad. It says, but this might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. That's what I feel like there's something happening here. The magician, changing the rules of the game. Working with all your tools to change the rules of the game. Determination. It's like, I still want this to work, even though it's like, this is draining you. So it's like you might be really kind of building up your fire inside and building up your determination so that you can move forward and heal. And there's just something going on here big in this, and it does feel earthy. It feels like a relationship. There is a lack of yes, making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of reciprocity and give and take. The empty well tells you that it's time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. That is this too. I felt like that. Like it's showing you something shadowy. But this is clarifying that that is not you. It's not of your making. It's somebody or something in this situation has this really low vibration of energy that it's draining you. You're picking it up. It's leaving you empty. It's interesting. You do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Yes, so these shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. You do not need to react or respond to them. That is this Eight of Wands. This is communication. This is action, taking action. And this is what you need to surrender. Don't take action. Don't move. Don't come to this energy and react or give it any attention. It's like purposely leaving something out here, needing to leave something out here in a committed or a relationship of some sort, because it's and look at kind of what it's mirroring back to you too. Like it does feel like there is a mirroring back, but it says you don't need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. And this is under the empty well. There's something here. If you're going to be determined, this is changing the rules of the game. You need to shine your light on this energy that is draining you, or you may be fully committed to this, because it feels like two. It's the Two of Cups. It's the Four. It's like this feels like it could be like twin flamey, or like like, yeah, like, this feels like a big relationship. The shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. Wow. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of this hole. And remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Wow. This feels like somebody's carrying some really, really bad energy. And it could be your partner, and something just ain't working here. And it's time to like release that feeling of you not being good enough or not being able to fix something or heal something. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy or waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. Oh, this feels, like I said, sad, but it feels like you may be wanting something here in a commitment or a bond or a union, and this is really loudly saying, and this could be past energy, you guys, where it's like, I always want to shine optimism on these kind of readings, because it's like, I know how important these partnerships are, and are especially soulmates and this kind of thing, where it's like, you know that they're just going through a hard time, and the time could be years and years and years and years. It could last forever. And I think that's why it's important to shine your light on it. Call it out. Call it out, but don't take action towards this, like, something's like being like spewed at you. That's them, not you necessarily. Whew. Yeah. Welling tree. Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses and reconciliations. When you encounter the welling tree on your path, this is one of like the most, I'd say, miserable energies I get from like a lot of decks. Like, this is feels so miserable. It's like being trapped in a, feels like being a part of something you're not, and trapped, feeling like, ugh. But it's like, also there's this feeling of wanting to break out of this, get out of this, get out of this, like, I'm also feeling like that feeling, like, I get that with this card too. It's like an empathy kind of feeling sorry for somebody or something. Somebody might be trying to make you feel sorry for them, for something they are actually sorry for, or something. This is interesting. I'm getting very, like I said, it kind of feels like dark energy. When you encounter the welling tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard or putting too much effort into life with little reward, and not getting anything out of it. So something's getting removed for you, Gemini, because it wasn't serving you. There was something here that's just not serving you. And I feel like it's being removed, or maybe you're leaving. Maybe you are leaving and you still have to mourn this loss, or because you've recognized there was like toxicity being like reflected back at you, and it feels very committed. It feels very strong. But there's also like this need to like preserve yourself and do your healing. No matter how bad this feels. That's what I'm getting. Oh, a place for you may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment. Feel it and release it, and your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. Because It's just something is lacking here. There is a lack here, a real lack. It's just not, it's not matching up to you, whatever this is. But consider all the gifts in it to put proper closure on it. Oh, see the gifts in what could not be. Whether this was somebody purposely is not there or isn't available, or it feels like it feels like it left you feeling not good enough. And Spirit's saying, stop looking at that. Stop looking that way. It's not you. This wasn't you. This isn't you. You need to shine your light on it and not get pulled into it. But take the time you need to move on from it. He'll, like, come to peace with it. That's what I'm getting. This bond, this commitment, this determination. It's like, man, it's like trying to make something happen here. It's just... It feels strong. It feels powerful. But all these other cards are saying it's time to move on. That's what I'm getting. And nobody wants to hear that when they want something specifically in their lives. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. Yeah, and I was getting that too as another message. Like if you feel like you failed somebody, or you feel like you could have done things differently, or you're having a lot of regrets or anything like that, it's time to reconcile those feelings within yourself and release them so you can move forward and heal. Because that Three of Swords, heal. Don't stay stuck in it. Stay stuck in the pain. Stay stuck in the loss. This is a time for healing and from something here. A loss in a relationship, some kind of commitment. In fact, you will discover that you have come back at some point. It says, however, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. So don't bounce over. Don't rush. Don't numb yourself, drown yourself, run away from this loss. Heal from it. Use everything you have and be determined to kind of... This feels sad, like I said. It says, but at some point, you will have... It says, in fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. No matter how fast you try to move through something or get over something, you have to return and revisit it in order for it to be healed. Because it's just not going to... feels like it's not going to leave you alone until it's reconciled with, until you heal this. This is heavy. So do it all now. Look at it all squarely and honestly, and stay with your feelings. Stay with your feelings. Stay with this process. This is a big healing process, possibly over a very close union or bond. This could be a relationship, any kind of relationship, you guys. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. This could be family, a loss. This could be, losing somebody or losing a relationship, because there's just nothing here. No matter how hard you look, it's like you're gonna come out of this right now. It just feels like you felt like not good enough, or like you couldn't do enough, or like you didn't have anything to give, or they didn't have anything to give, or they don't and you don't, and there's just some kind of feeling here of it just being like done, like quick too. Like this feels quick. This does feel quick. This feels very quick. Life is not either or. It's both and. This and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet like all things, they will pass soon enough, and you will be more enriched by the experience. This could be something here, either you've already experienced, Gemini, or you could be happening in the middle here. It's very there's just something here that couldn't be the way it was. So it's just time to just kind of face that. Face that something wasn't right. Something didn't work out. Something just was here to, like, I feel like almost like even here to show you something about yourself. And then we got that Three of Swords, that healing that is coming in, taking place. Gosh, it almost feels like there ain't words for this. I'm going to read this 34 Pathways of Light and this Ascension into the Light. Pathways of Light. Divine dimensions. Life holds many hidden dimensions, pathways of light that lead to other worlds and realities. These hidden dimensions are inside you and can be accessed through the spaces between your thoughts. When the mind is calm, you can enter a place beyond thought, a place that words cannot describe and your mind cannot contain. It is a multi-dimensional conscious awareness of your soul, the real you, behind the earthly limitations. Yeah, there's a limitation here. There's something that can't be, or isn't, or hasn't been. And this is going beyond that. This goes deeper, like I said, and this is the behind the scenes. It's like in another dimension, in another realm, in another reality, something else is happening. Or this is happening. I can't tell if it's very interesting. It is the multidimensional conscious. Become aware of your breath. Breathe in light. Just observe and relax. After a while, you will feel a sense of peace. You are in a state of grace. Your thoughts float away and turn to light. Each breath brings you deeper into peace. Angels appear, and they are your bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds and will guide you to the heart of creation. Along pathways of light, you enter parallel universes. Yeah, there's just something here in between that feels like a loss and feels like it just, like there was an incapability, or there has been something. Usually this just to me represents like feeling like you can't do something, but this is really feeling like really it can't be. I don't know if this is because somebody has left, or you've left. This feels like a grieving too, like a loss. This could be several messages I'm getting here. Whew. When I die, this is intense, because I was feeling that. I was like, I don't want to say it, but you could really have lost somebody here. And it was just, there's no going back. It's empty. There's only moving forward and healing. From this relationship, from this union, from this bond. And in another dimension, another realm, it's there. There is something there. But it's just not here. In this middle. But below here, it's like, and on the other page right across from it, says, new galaxies are born inside you. There is so much love. Your vision is filled with light. There is a still point where you reach singularity, a place deep inside you from which all stems. When I die, I shall ascend with the angels. And when I die to the angels, you cannot imagine what I shall become. Wow. It's like, let this go right now. Whatever this relationship was or is, heal. Take all the time you need. But there's something else here that's in, like, behind the scenes, and it's real, and it's kind of feeling like I'm still, like, there. I'm still coming through. It feels like, it almost looks like a figure coming through down this path, doesn't it? Like a light being. Like they're there. Their light's still there. Even if this is in a physical reality and somebody had left or something, or you left, there is light there, but it's just not happening right now. In this reality, there's nothing here, today, for you, in this. Because it's in another time, another place. That's what I'm getting. This is really, really deep. 30, wow. Ascension into the light, under the welling tree, and the Three of Swords, pain, heartache, healing, loss, grieving. This feels like a loss, a real big loss in the earthly. But spiritually, there's always, I always say this, spirit, soul, energy, it doesn't just go somewhere and die. It continues on. We may not see it that way. We may feel like it's empty. We may feel the loss. But there's more. There's more that we can't understand. Let me read this ascension into the light. What you perceive to be faults are not faults, but vital aspects of human nature. Qualities that offer important lessons about life and love. At present, you cannot see things clearly because you are stuck within the illusion of good and bad. Like, you could be telling yourself, this is horrible, this is bad, there's nothing that could come of this, but it's asking you to find the light in it. Find the light in it. Find the lesson in it. Find the strength in it. Find your strength in it. Whatever this is, whoever this resonates with. Falsely believing that things are either one or the other. It said things are neither here nor there. They're and, both. It's both. So if some situation, there was a reflective quality, it's like it's both. I was feeling that from the get-go. This was both. There's something here. Yet you have considered that all exists through the grace of oneness. There are no faults or mistakes, only experiences your soul has chosen. It's like this is a choice, a soul's choice. This feels like a soul choice. Whether this was somebody leaving or you leaving, this is a soul. This is like honoring the soul. This is honoring the soul's choice. And it's something you, maybe in the earth, in the flesh, have to mourn, have to grieve, and have to understand and reconcile with. Wow, this is big. Our judgments are actually fears. It says, observe life without judgment, and you will see the good and bad are only perceptions. Our judgments are actually fears, and what we fear is our shadow self, which is a part of our true nature. Everything has a reason, purpose, and an opposite. In light, there is dark, and in dark, there is light. One cannot exist without the other, and one is not better than the other. To become whole, you must embrace and love the fullness of your nature. This is feeling like so many, this is feeling like lots of, I'm getting a lot. Also, I'm getting that this, like that reflective quality, like this, it's just here to teach you something. This kind of darker quality that you're seeing from a situation or a bond, a commitment, or something in your life, it's there for you to work with. It's there as a tool. It has been shown to you or brought to you to learn something, so that you can have something new to work with. This magician energy. Let's go ahead and get one of these healing spirit oracles. Wow. This feels very... You have the power to make yourself better. Oh, you could be feeling so bad right now. Whoever this is for, I hate to say that, but if you're feeling bad, just look at this. You have the power to make yourself better. This is right under the alchemist. You need to use all of your tools, all of your lessons, all of everything that you've learned, and with determination move forward. Make a commitment to yourself right now, if this is your reading, Gemini, to reconcile the feelings of unworthiness or failure, and to move forward with acceptance and love and the acknowledgement that everything is here for a reason and everything isn't here for a reason. There's a bigger picture. This is of strong energy right now, and it's the ascension into light. I love this. I love the supportive behind the scenes energy here. Pathways of light. You have the power to make yourself better. An ascension into light. There's a path. This is your path to light. This is your path to healing. Healing something more than just what you've been shown. Healing something within yourself. And it's going to require that you look at it and you deal with all the feelings that come with it. And then accept it. Love it. You may never love everything that's awful, but you can definitely accept it as a lesson. You can definitely accept it as it was there for a reason, to teach you something, to grow something stronger within you, so you can move forward into a more light place. This just feels like it's really heavy and it's really held you down or back. Let's get a couple words on this, Gemini. This is crazy. Feels like a huge physical loss. This could be time you've lost too. I'm getting so much. Lost a lot here. But you haven't. You've gained. Well, you're gaining. You will gain. Once you take your power away from this shadowy, dark perception you have of what's happened. That's what I'm getting. Foresight, out of sight, out of mind. Predicting the future, mindfulness of needs, far-reaching vision. Oh, you may be trying to forget something. You may be trying to not see how this is affecting or can affect you in the future. The way you take this right now, the way you either heal or don't heal from this, the way you make yourself better or don't. You have to really tap into your spiritual commitment to yourself right now. I feel like this is important. We got vantage. If you don't know history, you are doomed to repeat it. It's seeing this. Okay, so whatever this was that happened has a lot of impact on your future. It's giving you an opportunity to learn something, to take something away from this and to utilize it, to heal something and make yourself better through it. Better, not worse. For better. And then this is being able to see that. Recognize that the stuff that's played out in the past makes you feel either like a failure or like you didn't give enough, have enough, like there wasn't enough. There's just a feeling of not recognizing that this stuff is here to change your future. That's what I'm getting. If you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. It's really important to reflect on this empty well energy, this 5 of coins, this feeling of loss, unworthiness, failure. It just keeps going, you guys. It's just, wow. I kind of hope this isn't anybody's reading because it does feel so heavy. But if it is, I have faith in you. Vigilance. Who watches the watcher? Surveillance for danger, attention to surroundings, caution and heed. Wow. This has something to do with the future. Feels like some kind of protection too. Like you may not know what you have been protected from, or something has happened, something has fell apart for a reason, and it's to protect you, Gemini. It's to bring you to a better place. It's to help you heal and become better. This is the big picture. Somebody here, all this, there's this feeling of being kind of something kind of watching your back, having your back. You needing to have your back and reconcile with any of these feelings that are keeping you going down into a place of powerlessness, a place of having no power, no perception, no foresight. Gosh. Okay, let's get a Kali card. Wow, I wish I had a better message right now for you guys. This feels crazy. Okay, we got 2, which won't hurt with this reading. Let's look here. We got Dumavati. Ooh, look, that's that death energy, dude. This is crazy. Certain endings are unavoidable. They are necessary precursors to radical reinvention. Radical reinvention. Something had to happen. Some soul agreed to do this for you, Gemini. For you. This has happened for you. But I don't think you're seeing it that way. And to be honest, in my human experience, it's hard to see things that way when you're in it. That's why you need to step back and get a clear vantage point. Look at it. Maybe just, yeah, there's a feeling here. Any disappointment, defeat, or loss, and the negative repercussions of such experiences will not limit your future happiness, but are opening up yet unrecognized pathways to fulfillment. Your trust must be unconditional at this time, and later you shall see that everything has worked out for the absolute best. Trust in this. I know it's hard right now. Whatever this is, this feels so hard to have trust in this process. But do not drown it. Feel it. Let it go through you and keep doing the work. Keep being determined to have that bond, have that commitment in your life right now to yourself. And if this is a relationship, just it's saying not to take action or feed into the shadow energy, but to shine light on it. Something is ended for a reason. And then we got this one. Interesting. And this is that or what is it called? It's just, I can't come up with the word, but it says, no matter how logical an approach may be or how sensible it may seem, there are times when the heart nudges us towards a different way. Have the courage to be moved by your heart along untried paths that resonate. Whatever the logical mind has to say about them, you are outgrowing a problem and birthing a superior outcome. There's something here, and it seems like logical to sit here and maybe take action towards something or do something about something, but there's just nothing to do except for try an untried path. Do something completely different. That's what I'm getting, Gemini. Do something completely different. Not to repeat history, not to, something is gone. I feel like it's gone for a reason. This relationship, this union, this commitment that maybe you had, that you have left or they've left. It's like, but there is something here in the coming in that is warning. It's a warning to definitely feel this. Do not numb this. Move through this with all of your power, all of your might, and all of your heart, and heal this, because it's here to make you better, so you can ascend, so you don't fall into the grip of heartache and pain and in this empty well. Don't fall into the empty well, whatever that means for you. All right, Gemini, so that is your guys' reading, and I really wish it could have been a lot better, but I just deliver the messages, so I do hope it helps somebody. I really, really do. And if it wasn't your message, then I'm okay with that. But if it was, I am with you. I am thinking of you. I am sending all kinds of good vibes your way. And not just that, but there is something here. It doesn't matter how many good vibes are sent your way or how much you have the power to heal and better yourself. Make yourself better. Take your power back away from whatever this was. This could have been something completely toxic. It could feel completely toxic. And maybe the situation itself wasn't toxic. Maybe it just left you feeling very intoxicated by negative energy. So that's what I'm getting. All right, guys. So you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you later.